Twilight Masquerade, the newest Pokemon card set, isn't even out yet, but I have Pokemon cards from the set. Here's how. The official release for Twilight Masquerade, the newest Pokemon card set, is May 24th, 2024. So to get a hold of some of these cards, I had to go to my local card shop and play in the pre-release. At a pre-release, you're handed one of these bad boys, a build and battle box. Inside of it comes a 40 card pre-constructed deck and 4 booster packs of whatever set this box is a part of. Next comes the best part, opening the booster packs. Yup, you get to open the booster packs. Of course you do. You paid for the build and battle, right? But the whole idea is you're opening these booster packs up and using those cards alongside the pre-constructed deck. You can mix and match them, create a 40 card deck, and battle with other people that are at the pre-release. It's pretty awesome, it's pretty easy. The rules are a little bit different than regular, locals and things like that, because you're actually using a 40 card deck rather than the 60 card deck. And you have 4 prize cards rather than the usual 6 prize cards. Now, obviously, I'm hoping to get some sort of big hit here. The first 3 packs, it doesn't look like I got anything crazy. Kind of unfortunate, kind of sad, but it's fine. It's okay. I really should have opened the pre-constructed deck beforehand, so I kind of had an idea to know what to look for. But that's fine. I was just in the mood to open these booster packs as soon as possible. This is the final pack. Let's see if we can get a hit. We do not have anything yet. And bam! A Greninja EX full art. Oh baby. The big hit is probably the special illustration rare of this card, but we'll take a full art to start it out. The next step is obviously opening up the pre-constructed deck that comes in the build and battle box. This was the Tatsugiri deck, and going through this, I quickly realized I wouldn't be able to use that Greninja at all. Because if you go back and check my pulls, there's no Froakie, there's no Frogadier. And the deck does offer a rare candy, but once again, I'd need that Froakie to get that Greninja into play. So it did take a little bit of thinking, but a final deck did come together, and it's pictured on screen right now. In regards to a deck list, I will put that in the description below for you nerds. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm just joking. Please hit the like button, subscribe. After building my deck, I did have a little bit of extra time, so I went ahead and picked up some card sleeves for the deck. I also looked at the card case because why not? Check out this Rayquaza VMAX that they had there. They even had some vintage with these Snorlaxes, but it was time. It was time for round 1, which I don't seem to have any footage of. So here's a picture of me in a mustard costume. Oh, and I also lost round 1. On to round 2, which went much better for me compared to round 1. I had a lot more control in this game. The problem with round 1 was that it kind of went down to the wire. I was in knockout range to get my last prize card, but I misplayed and put down a Grookey on my bench. Problem was, my opponent was able to attack the bench, and since Grookey only had 70 HP, it was GG. Round 2 I had some solid control, but my opponent did put a Frostless down on their bench. And with Frostless's ability, any Pokemon that have an ability would take 10 damage counters each time a turn passed, which did make me a little wary of what I was putting down on my bench, but luckily I was able to take the win and move on to round 2 with a 1-1 record. In between rounds, I did make sure to throw away my garbage because I am not a terrible human being. So round 3 was a competitive game and it lasted the full 30-minute timer. Once again, a Frostless was completely ruining my entire mood this game. I had put a Tatsugiri down and this thing was taking damage because of Frostless's ability. And honestly speaking, I'm a little bummed that I didn't just take the Tatsugiri out. I barely even used it throughout all 3 rounds. Eventually, the match got to a point where I had 1 prize card left and so did my opponent. At which point Rillaboom was my active Pokemon and I used Woodhammer, which does 180 damage, but it also does 50 damage to itself. Problem is, I was in knockout range as well. So we called the judge and the judge said, both Pokemon are knocked out. That means this game ends in a tie. And with round 3 coming to an end, I finished the day with 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 draw. That record was good enough to get me 3 booster packs of Twilight Masquerade for my personal opening. I didn't open any in the store, but a couple of my friends did. Here are their pulls.
do you feel about pulling this map?
Dude, pretty cool, hey?
We had a good time. We got some good pulls. So.
Oh.
However,
Good
we
pull.
didn't get there.
Let's
That's from me.
Let's go.
So the point is, go support your local card shop and play in the pre-release for the newest Pokemon card sets. You never know, it could lead to good pulls like this Greninja that I pulled, and at the end you might even get yourself some extra packs if you play well. Thanks for watching, and I will see all of you guys next time.